Welcome to Be Here Now Origami. Today we will do an exercise that involves 40 folds, and the result will be this. I call this a compass because it points to the 4 directions and because it can help you find your way home. Are you ready? Let's look at our checklist. You are here now. You have created a space and carved out a time to be free from distractions for 30 minutes. Your eyes can see small details and your fingers have fine motor movement. You have clean hands and a clean, smooth surface to fold on. You have the materials, either a grab-and-go origami kit from the Round Valley Public Library or 1 square piece of paper and a toothpick. Let's stop here and look at that kit. If you got your kit from the Round Valley Public Library, this is what you got. A piece of paper that's silver on one side and blue on the other. You also got instructions, but for today, please put these instructions aside. The reason they were in your pack is so that afterwards, if you want to try making a compass on your own, then you've got some prompts. The other thing that you got in your pack is a toothpick, and you'll see how we're going to use that. Now, if you didn't get a kit from the library, don't worry. You may have some things at home that can be used. Maybe you have a piece of office paper or binder paper. Maybe you have wrapping paper. Even a paper bag. Any of these papers can be used to do origami. The most important thing is that you cut your paper in an exact square. Now, depending on the size of your square, your finished compass will be 1/4 that size. So keep that in mind. Let's begin. Take your paper with the silver side up, fold it in half exactly. When I say exactly, this is what I mean. Line up the 2 corners there, hold it in place, and give a good, strong crease. Open up the paper, shift it. Now, fold it in half again. Same thing, line up the corners, hold in place, crease. You will see that the way I do origami is by shifting my paper, and that's because I prefer to always fold away from me. So, you've got your paper diagonally. Line up this top corner here. Now, only crease it here in the center. That's because we're going to take extra care on these corners to make certain that it's at an exact 45-degree angle. Crease there. Now finish this crease line to the center. Let's work on the other side. Very carefully line up your paper so that you're creating a 45-degree angle. Then commit to creasing all the way. Open, shift, same fold in the other direction. Hold this in place and only crease it right here in the center. Now let's work on this side. And the other side. Crease, crease. The reason that we take so much care in every single fold is that part of the beauty of origami is its precision. And the problem with making a fold that's slightly off is that all the folds that come following that fold will get more and more off, and in the end you may have something that isn't as exact or as precise as you'd like it to be. Next fold, bring this edge of the paper up to this center line that you see here. It's just going to touch it. Hold in place and crease. Shift your paper. These two edges just touch each other. They're not overlapping, and there's not a distance between them. Okay, hold in place and crease. Open, shift. Now this direction. Right to this center line. Hold, crease, shift, they're just touching, not overlapping. Crease, open. Now flip your paper over. We're looking at the blue side now. These next 4 folds involve each one of these corners coming to the center. It's just touching that center point. Hold in place and crease. Shift. Those 2 points are just touching each other. Hold in place, crease, shift, hold and crease, shift, all 4 points come together in the center. Crease. Good. Okay, let's open it up. Flip your paper over. Whew. That was 12 folds so far. How you doing? I know you're alert. How about relaxed? Are your shoulders down? How about your brow and your jaw? Are they relaxed? Check that your feet are flat on the floor or the ground. One big cleansing breath in and release. Good. Now, put your focus on this inner square here. Bring up each side of the paper to emphasize that inner square. Let's bring it together. Oh, look. Look at the way it just wants to fold down into itself. Beginning at 12 o'clock, take this portion carefully, bring it down. It's following the folds that you have already made. You just need to guide it gently. Now, crease the edges, 1, 2, and then the center one, 3. Shift. Gently, carefully, let it fold down into itself. Crease, crease, and crease. Shift. There we go. Crease, 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 shift. Last one. Great. Everything's blue. Let's work on the 4 directions. Remember that it's going to point out. That will help you fold it in the correct way. Beginning at 9 o'clock, point it out. See how I've made this fold just to this line here. Moving clockwise, shift, point it out. Crease, this one's next, shift. Shift. Okay, that's 4 in one direction. Let's move to 3 o'clock. Shift. This one. Shift. Okay. Next step, we're going to make 8 folds that will end up being this part here. So at 9 o'clock, bring this little corner up like that. See that? This one's next. Shift. Just fold it back, and it's going to be a triangle shape. This one is next. Shift. And this one. Shift. Let's get the other 4. Beginning here. This one, shift. 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 Okay, still all blue. Next step, this is when I get my toothpick, because at this point my fingers just feel too large to be able to do this. If you've got fingers that can do this without the toothpick, I recommend that you use your fingers rather than the toothpick. Beginning at 9 o'clock, take this little corner here, stand it up. Now, you're going to go within this little part here, and you're looking for the silver lining. There it is. Now, with one hand, I'm holding that open, and with the finger of my other hand, I'm going to carefully push down. I'm just going to smush it, squash it. This is actually called a squash fold. And when you squash it down, try to make this line match with this line. Then you get this nice symmetrical thing going. Okay, moving clockwise, I'm going to this part here. I stand up the corner, I find the silver lining, and then I squash it down. I squash and crease at the same time. This one, shift. Squash. This one next, shift. Squash. Let's go the other direction. Beginning here, stand up that corner, silver lining, and squash. Moving clockwise, shift, stand up, silver lining, squash, shift, stand up, silver lining, and squash. Last one. Stand up, silver lining, and squash. Aye. The radiance is starting to come through. Let's go deeper. Let's work on this part here, these 4 flaps. So I use my toothpick, use your finger if you'd rather, and with my other hand, I'm kind of flattening that down because this is how we're going to determine where to crease this section here. I'm going for a perfect triangular shape that fits exactly between these 2 points. So with one finger, I'm making my crease. Moving clockwise, shift, fits just right in between those 2. This one next, shift, last one. More radiance. Let's go deeper. Let's work on these 4 parts here. So, I'm going to find that flap there. And with this fold, you're going to see how it fits exactly in between the folds that you just made. Moving clockwise, shift, this one's next, shift, last one. Okay. Whoa. So here's your personal compass. It points to the 4 directions, and it can help you find your way home, going deep and then deeper, coming home to your own inner radiance. I hope you enjoyed Be Here Now Origami. See you next time.